All right, so I had another conversation that I wanted to share with you. Welcome back. Please like, share, and subscribe. Is how April and I'm going to say during COVID, right? Because we couldn't really go anywhere.
Didn't know where you were going with this.
Well, really, we were drinking a lot regardless. So, you know, we were drinking a lot. Then we had COVID, right? And COVID, like, just put the brakes on everything. I don't think we were ordering food. There really wasn't anything open, right? At that point.
COVID was, what, 4 years ago? Right?
I'm trying to put the timeline together.
I know, that's why I'm asking. That's why I said that.
Not really sure. So for that, we were drinking a lot, and then COVID obviously probably introduced more habits for people, right? You're either drinking more or drinking less. I don't even remember too much about it. It's just amazing how fast it's here and it's gone.
It's still a thing.
It's still a thing because people are still getting sick from it. Just nobody's talking about it.
Yeah, but you still have to take 5 days. You can't go to work. You can't go to school.
So I said to April this morning that after talking to one of our customers who had an experience like I did with ulcers that were bleeding, that he had the same problems and the same bacteria or some shit like that. And I'm like, well, April didn't have that problem, and I didn't. Me and this guy really don't know each other, but how did he wind up with the same problem? And I was like, man, it's got to be in the food somewhere, right? And April's like, oh, it's your work environment, it's this, it's that. And I can remember when I was younger that I had an Indian doctor, family doctor, and I had a bacteria infection. I said, is it from the sex? He's like, no. He's like, it's most commonly comes from the food. I'm like, what the hell? And then you're younger and you're resilient and you're bulletproof. You don't really think about anything, and they script you up, and you don't worry about it anymore. And I was like, damn, when I was 19, 20, I was living off of fast food places, right? Wawa, here, there, 7-Eleven, wherever my dollar could take me, but it was all fast food. It wasn't that I was going to a diner. It wasn't really going to restaurants. It was all fast food. My mom wasn't around to make meals for me or anything like that. It just wasn't that situation. So then we go through COVID, and then April and I eat out a lot around that time frame, and we're still drinking a lot, and then, you know, both of us are having internal illnesses that we don't really know what's going on, and then it's by the time you figure it out, it's too late, because we don't go to the doctors, you know, every week or every month or whatever, you know. Now we're going for regular checkups. But I said to her this morning, I said, you know, I'm really afraid to eat out anymore. And at one point in time, we were ordering or eating out almost every day of the week. If it wasn't a pizza place, it was Chinese food, or it was a buffet, or it was a fast food chain restaurant and a diner. Like it wasn't the same place every night. We would just say, hey, I would say the pizza place was probably the most.
Yes.
We would probably get pizza from them 2 or 3 nights a week.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, you know, the food really has an effect, you know, on people, right? Young or old, or with, you know, solid immune systems, with immune deficiencies. But I have to say, the food, like if I look back at my behaviors of what we were doing to our bodies then, right? Mm-hmm. Which was work all day, drink all night, and eat shitty food. It ripped us up. And then as I sit back today, I'm like, damn.
I think we had our issues, but just our lifestyle.
No, I'm going to tell you, food. I'm going to say just like, you can't say like I have a pretty healthy life, me, normal, right? Like I don't have immune deficiencies. I don't have this. I don't have that. And then after 2 or 3 years of you eating the way that we did, our behavior, then I wound up fucking sick or deathly ill, and same with you. And we were eating primarily fast food places all the time for a while. So if April works at the shop with me, I don't usually I don't cook or really do much at home. But after her, she puts a 10-hour day in with me or 12-hour day. I don't expect her to go into the kitchen and put on her apron and make something to eat. Although sometimes she really does because she knows it's the healthier choice for us. We would just eat out. So, now that President Trump is coming around and they have the Kennedy is digging into all this, I'm gonna have to say, yeah, the food's really killing people. And if I just say, I was a healthy person besides drinking, there's people who drink all the time and live that are okay. And maybe I was on the other side of drinking too much for my body. I don't know. But enough to where I say I don't drink anything anymore, alcohol. I don't even have alcohol in my mouthwash, like we are alcohol free.
I don't even miss it.
I don't miss it either. But my point is like if I think about after COVID, during COVID, I worked because the shop was open. We were essential personnel, is what they said. And I feel that I was exposed to COVID before COVID was public. And that was the November, December, and we were all had this sick and cough, and nobody was really dying or anything like that, but we were sick. And then it lasted till like March, and then it was gone. And then I think February it rolled out that, hey, COVID's here. But I think we already had it before it mutated a couple times. That's just my opinion. Because it mutated. We had, I'm going to tell you, at Meineke Cinnamon, we had the first strain.
I agree.
Before it was public. That's just how I feel. Because how could the whole crew have the same thing and none of us are sleeping together or kissing each other or doing anything? And we all had it.
I definitely believe we all had it.
And then as we're into COVID again, right, it turned into oh my God, I'm in pain, I'm my fever, it's this, it's that, and it turned into, whatever else it mutated into. And then we kind of I can't taste anything. Like, I've never experienced anything like that. Did that suppress our immune system so much to make you more vulnerable with an unhealthy lifestyle? Meaning you're drinking, we don't drug, but you're drugging, you're eating fast food. Did that all play a part of it? I have to say, I think the food is really killing us. And now that we eat differently, April and I are way more healthier. I'll tell you this, I had high blood pressure. I don't have high blood pressure anymore. Where did it go? I had it, and now it's gone.
Drinking.
The alcohol, maybe.
And you're not as hot. You're not a hot.
And we're not eating the way we were used to eat. So it's what I was consuming, right? What did that girl say? Well, alcohol is used for disinfecting, right? Remember the conversation yesterday?
Oh.
She said, you do know what alcohol is for. I'm like,
yeah.
Well, I'm like, yeah. I mean, I use it to put on my face and my hands and antiseptic and all this other stuff. And she's like, yeah, people are drinking it. What is it doing to the inside of your body? Well, she's got a point there.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, wow. I even questioned eating at Wawa. I was like, I'm getting bagged eggs, and I checked the expiration date today. And then they're slopping me up a sandwich out of a bin that's been sitting there, right?
You said out of a bin.
It's like they're scooping whatever, You think those employees care how sanitized everything is? I don't really think so.
Funny.
But we only eat from Wawa's locally. Even when we go to Pennsylvania, we don't get Wawa food.
No. We got coffee. We stopped.
We might get a coffee, and that's next to nil. We don't get any food. Bottled water. But
we stick to the diner and Wawa Cinnamon.
It's one Wawa, the Cinnamon Diner, Pandora Diner, and April's Kitchen. Mm-hmm. So, we reduced our exposure, I would say, right? Of putting our bodies in jeopardy from employees at different places. Like, I would say the owner, and this is for sure, the owner at the diner, when he's there, we can tell a difference in the food.
Oh, God, yeah.
So even though the food's decent all the time at the diner, when the owner of the diner that we go to eat, and we eat there all the time, so we would know, hey, the soup tastes a little different, this is a little different, that's a little different. when the owner's there, is a completely different food that we're getting.
Yeah.
Not that it's less food or less of a quality. I don't know what it is, and we don't know he's there, but we know the difference. So, and that's because we eat it all the time. You know, does he take pride in making sure that his kitchens are sanitized? You know, beyond sanitized.
I wonder if they're making that something, because Dunkin' closed too, next to Hooters.
Yeah. You know, I question. You know, I've worked in a bakery, and I know how disgusting a bakery can get in one day. And that's just cooking all day long with hot and cold and this and water and yeast and blah, 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 blah. And then you have to clean all that shit up. And then we had to clean the bakery with bleach and water all the time. Everything. The wood tables got bleached.
Well, bleach is the only thing that really gets anything clean.
Well, I'm saying that was the owner's thing. Everything got bleached.
Right.
The countertops got bleached. The walls got bleached. When we were done that night and it was cleanup time, it was basically a bleach party, and that was his pride. And I was actually one of those bleaching guys. Like, hey, I had to scrape and scrub all the pots and pans after everything's done, bleach all the wood, bleach all the tables, bleach everything, clean the steam closets. Like, everything was a bleach bath. Do I think that McDonald's is doing that? No. Do I think that Walmart's doing that? No. Wawa, I don't ever smell bleach in there. So, just going to say that I have to say, on top of the food and the people serving the food, and, you know, there are some risks of eating out, and it's a concern. So now it's become a concern for me. It's like, hey, I'm even concerned going to Wawa and eating. And when I go into the bathroom and I don't see, like, that extra spot in the bathroom that took 3 extra seconds to clean, that they just cleaned around.
Yeah.
Is that how they're treating their kitchen?
I doubt it.
I don't.
Wawa's a big corporation.
I don't give a shit. I'm just saying to you that, do you honestly think, and I see some bathrooms that are like spit polish clean, and you see where that person took the extra time to get behind that extra spot that the normal person would just mop around. I can see that because I'm looking for it. And then when I see that, I'm like, all right, well, the bathroom's not 100%. Is the kitchen 100%? Isn't it the same person cleaning the bathroom who's cleaning the kitchen? Probably. This is just how I think, right? You know, when I go into someone's house and I go to use the bathroom and I see that they don't wipe the toilet seat ever, or they clean the toilet bowl ever, I scratch my head. This is the truth.
Yeah, because I do the same thing.
But you understand what I'm saying? Like, you come into my bathroom, even at the shop, and multiple people are using, not including myself, it's very rare that you're going to see even a pubic hair on the toilet and it's white. Or pee drips or pee stains or, you know, sitting water or anything in our toilet, you know, anything. If there's pee on the floor, I clean it up. If there's pee spots or whatever, I clean it up. That's every day. And my house is the same way. And, you know, if I see somebody else in my house who does it, which we do, we have an old fucking jerk-off who does it every time, can't piss in the toilet seat, piss in the toilet every time, and doesn't take the time to clean up after himself. But I do it. I don't care that he's fucking old. I'm just saying, in general, I've been in people's houses like, dude.
It's not that hard to aim in a toilet.
It's just not that hard to have respect for anyone. And that's, go into any bathroom anywhere. You can even say that for women. The women's bathrooms are fucking disgusting too.
I agree. Especially at Walmart.
I don't know that for a fact.
Look how pretty that color
But what I'm
is.
saying to you is, the same person who's cleaning the bathrooms is the same people or persons who are cleaning the kitchen, sanitizing the kitchen. You know, and I'm sure there's a level of shit going on in the kitchen that you don't really know about because they don't have a daily state inspector coming in and saying, hey, your mold and bacteria levels are just a bit out of spec here. Follow me?
I don't know. I have a thing with the kitchen and the bathroom. I don't know. It's just a thing.
That's how I feel. Anyone else fear for eating out anymore? This is what this is really about. Or even fear, like, I'll just say my my ex-wife's mom's house. Like, I was in fear to have dinner there. Oh yeah.
What, because of the poopy on the floor?
Just because it wasn't my environment at my house.
Oh.
I was like, man, do I even want to eat here? And then you do it one time, but you really don't want to do it. And then the next time you're like, oh, I'm not going back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about out there. Everybody's got that family member.
Yeah. I agree.
That's immune to everything. All right, we gotta take a pee break. Before I bust out my bladder from this double energy shot.
You drank it all.
Thanks for watching.